Hello everyone, Jeb from Jeb's Project. Let's see what we have on the bench today. On the bench today we have a pair of Yeasu FT-2500Ms. One, no backlit. Backlit is out. And the other one won't power on. That one there. So we'll have to see what we can do. I'll show you what I found on this one for the backlight, and then this one here we still have to check out. So let me get set up and I'll show you what I found on this one for backlit problems. Okay, here's in the service manual, here's the display unit. Let's get to the schematic on the display unit, and it shows to have 4 bulbs. It comes up from the bulbs, so this doesn't have a backlit as such, a backlit, as it is just 4 bulbs. Comes up over to the DIMC pin. Let's zoom in here a little bit. Pin 18 on J206. Okay, J206, this is J302 is what it is on the display board. It goes over to the control unit to J206. So we'll come back up here to the control unit right here, and we'll look for 206, the connector 206. Okay, right here is 206. We'll zoom in a little bit more, and we're pin 18, the DIMC comes up over and comes up to 204, and 204. Let's see where 204 is. Let's check here. 204 is right there. Okay, we'll back off this a little bit. Okay, right here's 204. This is where we should see our variable in voltage to control the bulbs. Okay, this one's one with backlit problems. You pop this top cover off. Of course, you got screws over here, and one back here that you got to loosen up. Down here in this corner is the voltage regulator for the backlit display. And that pin right there, this last one, will variate in voltage to increase or decrease the voltage to the backlit. And so I took and checked it. Sure enough, I would hold the FW in for about a second, and then let up, and then hit the D/MR button to go into the variable for setting the display intensity manually. It goes through 1 through 8 for brightness, or it has auto. So I did that, and sure enough, I had voltage change. Well, you also, to get the face off of this, you pull these 2 bolts here and over here, and then the face will come loose. Then you have to undo this ribbon, and this ribbon is just a clip. Then you slide this forward, and it has 4 bulbs. They're just standard 10 volt, 60 milliamp, clear 3 millimeter bulbs. There, one over here, and one down here. So I checked the bulbs. Of course, the bulbs are blown. So there's no actual backlit display is just bulbs. So this one here, I got a set of bulbs coming. So as soon as they get here, we'll get them put in, get the radio back together, and we'll show that the backlit is back up and running. Alright, when you go to replace these bulbs, make sure you get them unsoldered and just take the legs loose. When you pull it up out, you see it's got a little cover on it, a little amber cover. Make sure you get that transferred over to the new bulb. All it is just like a little rubber cover. If you wanted to change the color, then now would be the time to change the little rubber cover, because these are just little white clear, actually just little clear peanut bulbs, or 3mm bulbs. Alright, I'll be back when I get all these these 4 bulbs changed, and we'll start reassembling it. Okay, now that we got the bulbs replaced, cleaned up the face, cleaned the display a little bit, and it looks a lot better than it did. Let's go ahead and start sliding her back together. We get the top back off over here, slide our little clips, make sure they're forward here. Let's get our ribbons in place here. Come on, get in there. There we go. That one ribbon just doesn't want to slide in there. Go ahead and lock that one in. Let's see if we can get because our clip. Let's move this one forward. Let's get our face slid in. We'll get our bulbs, or our screws in here. Get our face bolted back on. Snug her down. Let's get our ribbons locked in here. There's that one. And that one. Okay, now that we got the ribbons locked in, let's power it up and see if it turns on. And see if the bulbs light up. Get the right connector here. There we go. It came on, and we have our backlit. Alright, let's check, see if we got manual. We're on dim 2. There's 1, there's 8, there's auto. Okay. Our little sensor here in the front. Our little sensor's working. Good, let's power her down. Put her back together. Okay, yeah, she's all together. Power up. Works pretty good. She's got a nice bright display. Go ahead, hold it dim, light up. Like that. We got our adjustment for different manual dim. There's that. It's on auto right now. Cover that up. You see it gets a whole lot dimmer when it gets darker. She brightens right back up. Everything seems to be working. Okay, now on to the other one. Okay, I got the other radio here. Pop this bracket off. Right now, got pretty much to clean it, but let's try powering it on. Okay, she doesn't want to power on. So let's take a look at the schematic. Take a look, see where our power button comes through, and let's see if we can figure out what's going on with that. Okay, on the display unit, all the buttons here, power comes in on SW11, comes up to pin 8, SW11 to pin 8 on 301, which goes over to the control unit of 2005, or J20 2005. Okay, so these go to ground. So when we hit the power button here, pin 8 should go low. Alright, pin 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pin 8 is high. Whoop. Okay, we're at 5 volts. Hit the power button. And nothing. Okay, there, went low. Did it turn on? Yep, it turned on. So and we don't have any. Okay, it did turn on. So we got a touchy power button. To hold this, hold the FW for half a second, and let's see if we get a change. Okay, we don't get a change in our display. Backlight's out. So we've got a dirty power button, and the backlight's out. Okay, so we know pretty much we've got to check our voltage at this unit, 13.8, 10.6, 13.2. Let's check this. 10.6. Let's rotate. Oop. Okay, our different. Right now I'm rotating, changing the display voltage, and it's changing. So it's definitely the bulbs. So we got another set of bulbs to get. So we got bulbs and a dirty power switch. Okay, I gotta get the bulbs replaced and clean the switch, and we'll go from there. Okay, let's pop the front off here and see how dirty it is inside here. Right now these screws seem to be rusty. That's not good. But we'll take a look and see what we can do. Remove these screws, and then we'll get the face off. This must be in a high moisture area. The way these things are rusty, that's not good. Oh, wow, they just don't want to come out of there. I don't know if you can see it, the rust dust coming out of there. Well, look at them screws. Alright, pop these two ribbons, pop that forward. If I can get my fingernail in there. We'll use the Allen wrench, pop those forward. There we go. There's those. And, well, the inside don't look too bad. Let's get this screw out, that screw, and that one. And then we can slide the face forward. And there's the bulb there, there, and of course the one up and under there, right there. But let's go ahead and get these screws out of here, because we got to take a look at the power button anyway, and replace the bulbs. So let's take a look at the power button. Not sure if we're gonna take a look. There we go. Get the screws out. Oh, let's get the knobs off. Oh, look how dirty that is down in there. We're definitely gonna have to clean this one. And there we go. Look at the dirt down inside there. We'll have to clean that good. There's the power button, and it's a sealed unit. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get some spray down in that, but we'll give it a try. I'll take the screw out of here. It locks the mic jack in place. Pull the mic jack up out there. Now we can pull all the little rubber push buttons and clean her up, and there's that. Pull all the, we'll blow this off and give her a wipe down, and we'll see what we can do with her. Alrighty, I'll get these. You can tell them bulbs are burnt. Look how black that is. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see if we can get her to focus properly here. She doesn't want to focus properly, but they're pretty black. So you can tell them bulbs are pretty well burnt. Let me get air and spray all that stuff off, and we'll get another bulb to show you. Yeah, I sprayed it off. Some air, but didn't clean it, so I'm gonna have to wipe it down. I got to be careful doing it. You see some corrosion right down in here on the rotating knob, the channel selector and control. So we're gonna have to brush that out of there. Okay, be back when I get her cleaned up and the bulbs replaced. Yeah, one thing I didn't show on the last one, replacing these bulbs that are in these plastic cases. They have these plastic through holes. They've got to be pulled from this side of the board. They can't just be unsoldered and pulled out from this side of the board. Those plastic inserts are press fitted into the PC board. So you got to pull them, lift the legs, turn it over and pull the bulbs from this side. Okay, the only real way to fix the power button properly is to replace it. Gave it a spray, hoping that the cleaner would get down inside and help clean the contacts. I don't have a replacement switch, and to get a hold of Yeasu for this Oliver radio, not sure if one's going to be available. Got to see if the customer wants to go into the expense of ordering a new switch for it. But let's give it a let's see if the cleaner will do it. But if you notice, everything's all cleaned up here. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's better. The bulbs have been replaced. So let's start reassembling her and see how things work. Okay, now that she's back together and cleaned up, the base is, let's start sliding her together and see if everything works. Let's go ahead and see if we can line our ribbons up here. There's that one. There's that one. Well, at least she's not crunchy like she was when coming apart. Yeah, let's get this one in. Okay, let's make sure our ribbons are in place here. Okay. There we go. Line that one up. Get this one open. Get that one in there where it belongs. Oh, it's not quite in. There we go. Alright, let's cross our fingers. Well, she's definitely coming on. Alright, we got Balak there, but it sure looks low. Okay, let's hit that and dim. I wonder, she's on 7. And, well, part of it, the backlit seems to be working just fine, but we seem to have a intermittent element there. Okay, let's put it on auto. Our dim works. Okay, power button seems to work better. Alright. Put our buttons back in place. Okay, spraying the variable took care of the scratchy in the volume control. So it looks like we'll be okay. Alrighty, we'll get her put back together and get them sent home. We'll catch you in the next one.